Okay, hello. Hi. I am back with another painting. It's been a while. So, the painting. Now, this painting is inspired by the book The Secret Garden, which is a book I have read a few months ago. And I decided to make some scenes from books I have read. Now, the beginning of the drawing, I just started with the background for a little bit. So, the background, like the bluish lighting from where she's standing on at the top and at the bottom, and the grey wall. So I wanted the darker parts to be near the edges of the painting so that it looks like there's a light coming from the gate to make it sort of pop out a little more, which I think it kind of does, but later you will see that the fence or that the brick wall didn't quite work out as well because I added too much on it, but we'll see. And then I also went in with a layer for the fence, or for the gate. Then I painted this with just regular watercolors. As for the gate, I just looked up some Pinterest photos and just looked at some shapes and copied them in my gate. It's not perfect, but I mean, it's gonna work for today. So next, the border of this painting. This is where I made a really big mistake in painting. I didn't want the flowers to be roses because I always draw roses. So in my head I was going, oh, let's just do something else for a change. I know, let's do some white, or not white. Oh, I know, let's do some yellow flowers. That's gonna be very pretty. It's gonna be pretty. And then as I was painting, I realized these yellow flowers, they look like Hawaiian flowers, and they are not from England. So I ended up drawing this sort of Hawaiian border on this painting, and it just did not fit well. And I was actually quite upset about it because I should have just done roses. But then I found myself, oh, it's gonna be too much like my last painting, or then it's gonna be too much like my last bigger painting, which I have on my YouTube channel. So I want to do something different. No, just stick to the book and just draw more roses. So instead, I just copied the flowers from the original draft and then made them red and stuck them over it. Because that's what I ended up doing. Now, I know they're not roses anymore and they don't really fit as well, but at least they're red and I tried. It's the thought that counts here. Now, the flowers and the leaves were drawn using watercolor pencils because I find them easier to shade with than regular watercolors. And as for the flowers, I did the little like stems in the middle. I made them just with, I colored them using regular watercolors because they're quicker as well, because it doesn't save time with watercolor pencils, but now finally I decided to finish the painting. So I first decided to add some little lines to show sort of where the bricks are for the brick wall. And just now I was gonna go over them again with some plants, so they didn't have to be perfect, they just have to sort of be there as a background illusion. So then after that I got some green and just decided to draw the plants on the fence. The leaves, I just sort of splashed them on really quickly in different opacities of water and paint, just to have some sort of diversity in them. And then I also decided to do some extra things on the fence because it was a little too opaque for me and I wanted them to be a little darker than it currently was, as well as the border needing to be a little thicker. that it's actually like to show that it's actually attached to the wall. Lastly, the girl. I had a bit of difficulty with the girl just because I didn't know what her color was supposed to be. So eventually I just asked my friend and she's like, oh yeah, make her blue. Make the dress blue. So we decided on making the dress blue. the dress blue. So here you can see I'm just finishing the flowers by making them brown in the little middle area. So next I just stuck all the flowers on the painting. It was nice just having, you know, a little puzzle. It's like a little puzzle to complete to find all the correct places for the flowers. As you can see, they're not perfect, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. So here I'm just finishing the dress for the girl, making it all blue because I was kind of rushing at this point and really feel like adding in too much detail. Originally I also wanted to go in with some watercolor pencils just to sort of finish everything, but I ended up not doing that. So yeah, with that I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!